back, or welcome to the channel. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. My name is T and this is my channel, Compassy and Sewing. So in today's video, I'm going to do a few things. The first thing I want to do is I want to share with you a little sneak peek of the Little Red Dress projects that I'm working on. I also want to talk a little bit about what I intend to do in the upcoming weeks, like some of the videos that you're going to be seeing here pretty soon. And I also want to give just a really quick fabric review of the fabric that I'm using with the Colette Patterns Hawthorn dress for the Little Red Dress project. And the reason why I want to go ahead and give you my fabric review of that is because I'm not going to be doing the pattern review. Usually I do the pattern review and the fabric review in one video. And since I'm not going to be doing a pattern review, I decided to just go ahead and give you a fabric review of this beautiful fabric. And if you want to know more about the Colette Patterns Hawthorn dress, just check the description box below and I'll put a link to my first review of that pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the video and tell you a little bit more about the projects that I have been sewing. So if you're following me on Instagram, then you've already seen this dress. You've already seen, you've already seen sections of this dress. You haven't seen the whole thing, the finished, polished version of it. But you will see that the reveal of all my Little Red Dress projects will be sometime next week. So stay tuned for that video. So for this particular make, I decided to go with the Colette Patterns Hawthorn dress because it's a pattern that I did before. And although I made this pattern before, I had to make quite a few changes because my body changed a lot over the last year. So I had to make a forward shoulder adjustment, which is something that I didn't have to do last time when I made alterations and adjustments to the pattern. I also had to shorten the waist by an inch, and I had to also include a 1-inch bicep adjustment. I don't believe that I did a bicep adjustment last time, and I was really impressed by the fact that I didn't have to do a bicep adjustment last time, but I had to make all these different changes to the garment. And so even though I've made it before, it still was like a new experience for me because I had to make a lot of alteration and adjustments that I didn't do the first time. So anyway, I selected this beautiful print from Joann Fabrics. And normally I don't like working with Joann Fabrics cottons for apparel fabrics. But if I do choose a cotton, I always try to choose a 100% premium cotton fabric. And I try to stay away from their traditional quilters fabrics because they're just not really made for apparel. But the new cottons that they have been coming out with in the last year or two, they are so wonderful for making stable, structured cotton apparel garments. And so I've been really impressed with a lot of the cottons that they have been putting out within the last couple years. So this particular fabric is a 100% premium cotton fabric, and the name of it is it's by Legacy Studio, and it's a cotton fabric, and it's called Prime Rose Floral. So it's a tiny floral print, and it's red, and it has a subtle hint of black throughout the floral design. And that's what I really love about this print. I love the fact that the red is a muted red, and then you have these different highlights of black going throughout the floral design. And I really love muted colors. I really do. This past year, I have been getting into a lot of the bright floral prints and things like that, and that's because I've always I have always chosen fabrics such as like dark prints, black, darker blues, like your navy blues. And sometimes I'll choose like royal blue because blue is my favorite color. But usually I'm choosing colors like reds, blacks, grays, you know, your darker tones. So anyway, I really like that about the fabric. It's on a 44-inch wide fabric, and I did make a video. I went to Joann Fabrics and I went ahead and I looked at the bolt and everything. And so you'll get to be able to see like the product number and everything like that, and the details. I'll pop that in in here right now so you can see what that looks like. I also like this fabric because although it's really light, so it's a light to medium weight cotton, but it's very stable, and it's also structured, but it's not so stable and so structured that you don't get like this fluid drape. So it's really nice. Even though it's slightly stiff, it does have like this really nice drape to it, and it's perfect for dresses like this one here, like a 1950s Betty dress or something like that. And so that's why I really love this fabric. I just really love it. I love the color, the texture, the feel, the drape. It's just a beautiful fabric. It has been a really wonderful fabric to work with. And so since this is a light to medium weight fabric, I just used a basic 8010 needle, a really nice sharp 8010 needle, and it sewed up really beautifully. The entire inside of the garment has been serged and everything, but I'll let you know all those details in the reveal video. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about the fabric because I love this fabric and it's a beautiful fabric to work with. Now, the second piece that I am working with for the Little Red Dress project is this beautiful floral print. So it's another floral print, but this one, the print is really large and it's on a red background, and the floral details, as you can see, is it's like a cream color. So it's largely tan, beige, and cream. And it does have hints of black in there, and you have some white tones in there as well. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. Now, I haven't made anything with this yet, but I do have a pattern in mind, and I want to do some hacking with it. And so that's why I have the black fabric here as well, because I want to do like a color blocking dress or something like that with it, and I think that it's going to be gorgeous. So I'm really excited to get to work on this piece, and I'm hoping to have this done by the end of today or tomorrow. All right, so now I want to talk a little bit about my upcoming videos and my plans and things that you can expect from me in the upcoming weeks. Next couple of weeks, you will see a video of my 2020 fails. So I had talked to you all about that a couple of weeks ago. And so that is something that I am going to do. I'm a little anxious, but also nervous to show all my fails because this is something that I haven't done before. But I think that this is going to be a good experience for both you and I, so that we can get some back and forth, comments going here, and talk a little bit of, be a little bit more open and talk a little bit more about our fails, and kind of, encourage each other to keep going forward and to do better. So I want that video to go out pretty soon. And that video, basically, I'm going to have about 8 or 10. The last time I counted, I had about 8 sewing fails that I want to share with you. I still have to go through my closet and kind of see what else I deemed as a failure. And some of these things aren't like complete failures. It's just like 1 or 2 things that maybe I messed up on, or I didn't like the pattern, or the pattern was incorrect, and all that other stuff. You'll know all that detail in my 2020 sewing fails video. So that is coming up. I also want to make a video of my December makes. And so you'll see a wrap up and a roundup of all my December makes. And then you'll also see a video of my 2021 sewing plans. I have quite a lot of things in the works. Well, not a lot of things, but I have things that I want to share with you, and they're very exciting things. I have a few collaborations that I'm excited about. Opening the year up and trying to pick up where I left off last year before we found out about COVID-19. And a lot of the things that I had planned on doing throughout this year, I could not do because of that. But now that we are more adjusted to this new normal, I can kind of pick up now and hopefully do a lot of the things that I was wanting to do this year for this upcoming year. All right, so that is the video for today, but tune in next week and you can see the complete reveal of my little red dress project, and you'll get to learn a little bit more about my upcoming sewing plans. All right, until next time, everyone, stay creative. Bye.